Welcome back, Totem Pole Nation. We are live here on a Tuesday. What's going on, Coach? I'm live for you, St. Petersburg, Florida. The sun is shining. The sun is shining. How you doing,
Hey,
my
we're,
man?
we're rocking in the 804, man. Richmond, Virginia, right here. This is Coach Taylor, Totem Pole Nation, the low man on the totem pole. I broke it out the old school, but it's
Oof!
still the new school.
Wow! Big time! Big time!
Yeah, totem
Yeah.
pole on the front, totem pole on the back. Let's
Wow!
go.
That is an antique right there.
Yeah, that's the original.
That's a one of
That's
one, custom made. Woo! Custom made. Yeah, man.
the
So our guys were at the game yesterday. We had Lambo and Matt Pat at the Virginia Tech UVA slaughter. Holy cow! UVA putting up 41 points total. Total. Unbelievable, man. Those guys, huge rivalry. Usually those rival games are a lot closer. You know.
MK in the house. MK in the
Good
hizzy.
morning.
That's right. If you're in here, subscribe to Totem Pole Nation. This is Coach Bald. Coach Bald is the president of Totem Pole. Coach Bald, what'd you think about NBA All-Star Weekend? Somebody said the only way they're going to be able to motivate these players to play hard and to win the All-Star game is if they open up their Instagram DMs. The losing team has to open up their Instagram DMs.
Hey man, if the NBA opens up their pocketbook and pays these guys a lot more money, I guarantee you there will be a much competitive game. Hey man, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? You don't want anybody getting injured, and nobody got injured. The 3-point contest was fun between Curry. That was cool to see. And I like the teams being the East versus the West. I didn't like them where they were picking the lottery and stuff like that. Yeah, man, it's supposed to be for fun and stuff like that. So let it be fun. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the dunk contest. The man from Gate City definitely represented VA, man, for sure. And it was great to see Shaq out there and just to see guys competing again. Uh, it was weird, man. Had kind of a debacle in that game, man. I didn't understand when Kwame Brown was it Kwame Brown? Not Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown's been out for a while, man.
No,
He was the guy that Jordan made cry.
right, right, yeah. Well, the guy for the Celtics, he did the move, but
Jalen Brown.
afterwards,
Jalen Brown.
yeah, man, Jalen Brown's best dunk, they didn't even view it. You know what I mean? And I thought the kid McClung, I thought his first dunk was the best dunk. But using Shaq,
Dude, to jump over Shaq Daddy. I mean, dude, Shaq Daddy has gotten in shape. Jason Simon, love from South Africa.
we love South Africa.
Diamonds are forever. That's right. Throw your rock in the sky for South Africa. The De Beers family. That's right. Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, coach. Have you ever heard that saying?
I have heard that. I have heard that. Elon Musk territory there, South Africa.
Hey,
Welcome.
Nelson Mandela. Man, what a dude. 27 years in prison. Comes back, and he's the president
Better
of
than that.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Coach, have you ever seen the movie Invictus?
No, I remember you telling me about that. That was one I haven't
Man,
checked out.
that's a good movie, man. That is a good movie. Morgan Freeman plays the part of Nelson Mandela,
Wow.
and then he goes and gets a coach that he says, hey, I want you to win the Rugby World Cup. And that unites the country of South Africa.
Wow.
Yes. Elizabeth, you're the best. Who can tell me who this is from history?
Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth. It's somebody getting stabbed in the back.
Do you know who that is, Coach Bald?
That Benedict Arnold.
Well, I think they hung Benedict Arnold. But was Benedict Arnold really a traitor, dude? Because I mean, he was with the colonists, but He went with the English. The English. Joe Biden. This guy's one of the greatest of all time. All right. This
Great.
guy is who everybody wanted to be like. He's like Michael Jordan, Julius Caesar. I mean, they wanted to be like him so much, they even got the haircut named after him. The Caesar, the Czar, the Kaiser. I don't know him, okay? Julius Caesar, Ete Brute, Bob Trump. Coach Bald has just purchased a pair of the Donald Trump skis, not the Yeezys, but the Trump skis for $1,000. All
Hey,
right.
they're going in the collection. You know, I'm a collector, and that's what you do. You know, you grab it, you sit on it for a while. Yeah, man. I think we got a hell of
Hey,
an
Bobby,
inventory. I think I'm going to show you guys the inventory later on this week.
Bob, have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump died in a helicopter crash in 1989 and that he was switched out for a Russian spy? This is coming from the guy that claims he's the real John F. Kennedy Jr. You can find him on TikTok. He's living in a trailer somewhere in Arizona. All right. How much were they? How much were the Trump shoes, Coach? 1,000? You got to pay at
$1,000.
least a G. Hey, Coach, is that Breaking Bad? Who is that?
It's Heisenberg, baby.
Is that the dude from Breaking Bad?
Say my
I've
name.
I've never seen the show,
Walter
but
White.
do you know who wrote the show?
Yeah, he's a LC Bird alumnus.
He's from the same high school we went to, y'all.
Yep, LC Bird
Yeah,
alumnus.
L.C. Bird High School in Richmond, Virginia. That just proves to you that anything is possible. A
Yeah,
guy from where we're from, a school that I'm sitting in right now, went on to write Breaking Bad.
arguably
How
with
does
this.
that make you feel, Coach? I've never seen the show.
Well, you need to do yourself a service and binge watch it for a month. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Mary
It's
Jo, appreciate you. Trump. We got a lot of Trump supporters in here. Hey, we're the low man on the totem pole. We're for whoever supports us.
that's it.
You know, I Coach, I like Jesse Ventura.
The body.
Jesse Ventura said that politics is like professional wrestling. Wow, nice cup. Look at this. See, this is a cup I got from free for. It was at the American Football Coaches Association. It had somebody's logo, but I just put our sticker on there. Totem pole. It's the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, keep
Hey.
watching because I'm gonna show you something pretty Americana over here as well, and that's Old Glory right there. That's Old
Yes.
Glory.
Oh, say, can you see? That right there is St. Petersburg, Florida, y'all. That is Totem Pole headquarters. See,
Welcome to
I'm the
paradise.
custodian.
This
You
is the
become the
bar.
president when you live in a house like that. Show them some of that, Coach.
This is the bar section right here.
Man, look at that. America. That's right. We are for America. We got people coming on here asking us, what do we feel about Palestine and Lebanon and the United States? Look, we don't go against our government. So whoever is friends with us, we're friends with them. But giving people $100 billion, come on, man. $100 billion. And that's our money, y'all.
It's
That's
crazy.
American taxpayer money. $100 billion.
Not good. Not good.
Coach, Dick Gregory said this in 1975. All right, for all y'all great Americans out there, we got a lot of people that's putting Trump in the. We support our country and its rights. Okay, so let me ask you this: what's the First Amendment? Coach Bald, what's the First Amendment? What's the first right of the Bill of Rights? The freedom of what?
Speech.
That's right. Okay, so Dick Gregory said in 1975 when he brought out the Zapruder film, he said, we have the First Amendment, but do you believe that if there's something that you say or something you question, saying that they need to go back and look at the Kennedy assassination. That some people will show up and kill you? Do we still have the First Amendment? If we know that if we say certain things like the CIA or the Central Intelligence Agency, or we talk too much about revolution, because when a country gives out $100 billion to another country, chicken poop. Yeah. Hey, I ain't got the answers. I'm just asking the questions. When the people don't agree with the policy, what needs to happen? See, I've been studying John Brown. You know John Brown, coach? They don't teach John Brown in school. He is the man that basically kickstarted the Civil War. He said there's no way we're going to stop slavery without violence. He was a white man. They said he was crazy. But this makes me think, sorry, that was my little brother. Hey, it's all good. That makes me think about today, coach. You know, people think slavery ended a long time ago. I've never seen the movie about human trafficking and child trafficking. But who's standing up for those people? Like, why is that still being allowed to happen, man? Like, who's going to take a stand for the forgotten? Man, this is sad, man. What do you got to say about that, coach?
It's sick and it's demented, man. And I think I think it's because you have some elites that have unlimited access, and they have whatever. Yeah, and they live off of children's blood, and it's disgusting.
The JFK assassination. And they took that down because they said that I was promoting false information. Okay, well, if you think one person can shoot from different directions, then you're smarter than me. But this is Total Pole Nation, and we live in the greatest country in the world, man. And that's kind of sad. Like, we're the best, I guess, because we got the biggest bombs, man. Let's go. Put more money into the military. Nobody wants none of this. God bless Toby Keith, who said, "We'll light up your world like the what, coach?" We got
Wow.
we went down to one viewer. Yeah, we're talking too much about America. We'll light up your world like the.
Chicken.
What are your no, dude? What are my thoughts on Hitler? What are you trying to get me fired? Like, dude, Hitler? Here's some advice for you. I don't know how old you are. You can never say anything good about Hitler. All right. There's nothing good to be said about him. All right. He's our enemy. Why? Because we're America. All right. And he's a Nazi. And Nazis and fascists don't go along with America. So, no. What are your thoughts on history? I'm a historian. Why he asked you that? Because he's trying to set me up.
I got
I'm used to this.
something good on Hitler. He loved Rottweilers.
Yeah. I know he's a bad guy. Just wanted to see. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Look, I ain't no skinhead. All right. I don't rock with anybody that rocks with just one group, because we're the low man on the totem pole. And the low man on the totem pole, coach, looks a lot of different ways. He might not just look like us. He's a horrible person. Okay. Yeah, sure. Dude, there's been all kinds of bad people in this world, and they look a lot of different ways, and they kill a lot of different people, and they basically try to divide and conquer us. But they can't divide and conquer the low man, can they, coach? The low man always wins.
Get in where you fit in, man. Get in where you
I'm,
fit
fi- I'm
in.
fired up this morning, man.
I can tell. What's that coming from? Where's that stuff coming from? Was the
I
week
think it's
low?
I think it's coming from, just studying history and studying people like Dick Gregory, people like John Brown, the people they don't teach you in school. Firestream, Ben. What's up, Ben Glass? Thank you, brother. This is life lessons. Okay, so here's my life lesson for the day. Treat people how you want to be treated. It works. It's the golden rule. The golden rule is true today. It's true tomorrow. It's true 100 years ago. It's true 100 years from now. Do what's right. Do your best. Treat people how you want to be treated. There's your 3 rules. Fire stream. What's your life lesson for today, Coach?
Hey man, just do the right thing. Do the right thing. We had about a week ago. Uh, we were driving and we had a young guy run into our car, and we all pulled over, and the kid, he stepped out, he talked to us for a second, then he got in his car, and you could see he was nervous and everything, and next thing you know, he got back in that car and he took off. So this guy went from just bumping into a car, which is something that's minor and can be fixable, to all of a sudden, uh, this guy has done hit a car and took off. Now he's a hit and run. So, do the right thing. You know what I mean? It went from where we could have just talked it out, exchanged insurance informations, and been done there. Instead, the kid took off. Now the cops had to be involved and stuff like that. There's cameras set up everywhere now. So this guy went from just a minor infraction to now he's a candidate for a hit and run. And
Mm.
small stuff like that. You know
Don't
what I mean?
make what does it make? Don't make bad worse.
Yeah, and you might have not have all the answers, but we have our cell phones. You can call somebody that might be a little smarter than you at the moment and ask them for advice. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I think the guy just hit the panic button, and it got a lot bigger than it needed to be.
Yeah.
So
MK.
do the right.
MK. This guy that claims to be the real John F. Kennedy Jr. He claims that there was an identity. People steal your identity. Like they claim that his identity was stolen. He's putting in witness protection. But I mean, I don't know if the guy's telling the truth or not. Like you make a good point. So I don't know who to believe or who to trust, but I do know in whom I put my trust. Just look at the dollar bill. There we go. That's what I believe. If it's on the dollar bill, then in whom do you put your trust? Not me, not in man. So, man, Life Lessons Podcast is back. We are dropping the knowledge, man. We love Total Pole Nation. Like, I'm just trying to think of some things I want to share with y'all today. Uh, why are we here? Well, we're here because 1, we want to help change lives. 2, we want to help others. 3, we want to build champions. Champions don't, to be a champion, that does not mean you always win. Champions, to be a champion, you have to always compete. You have to do your best. All right. Because we believe Coach Bald has spent the last 20 years to become a life coach. He believes if he builds himself up, he's going to help others build themselves up. And we're going to build this into a better world. Wow, Coach.
Hey man, it's true. It is the people that sweat the more during training are gonna bleed less during the war. You know what I mean?
Bam.
It is. And I do believe, like, when you're not feeling right, a good run, a good workout, you build the body and the mind will follow. You'll never find somebody that's jacked, muscles galore, and see super, super depressed and stuff like that. It just doesn't work that way. So yeah,
Yeah.
build the body, the mind will follow.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that have anxiety and stuff like that, man, I have a few tricks. Whenever I'm feeling antsy and stuff like that, two things always work for me. Two things always work. Some very cold water, whether it's a cold shower or cold water splashed in my face. And the other is lemon, like lemons, biting into a lemon, almost like an apple. I don't know what it does, man, but once it hits your jaws, it just, instead of you thinking that crazy thought, you're thinking, daggone, this stuff is bitter. You know what I mean? Like you got that taste in your mouth, and it just grounds you. When you feel like you're out there, man, it just grounds you. And the cold water too. Instead of sitting there thinking weird thoughts and stuff like that, you're thinking, damn, I'm cold. my body's cold. You know what I mean? And you kind of shun those evil thoughts out of your mind. But
Yeah, MK, it's not the president. It's the son of the president. That was 3 years old when his dad died. Okay, he claims he's the son of John F. Kennedy. I mean, he's got all kinds of videos on TikTok. I, Coach, I never knew that you were a TikTok guy. How do you feel about TikTok? There are some strange people on TikTok.
yeah, I don't really. I'm one that's just I go on there to make videos and stuff like that. So I don't really look at other people's stuff. If it's friends of ours, I'll look at their stuff and give them a thumbs up or a comment, stuff like that. But, I didn't know they had live play and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to sit there and watch that. I did it a long time ago. I live streamed, UFC event, stuff like that on there. I didn't know what I was doing, but yeah, man, I'm not really sure. I just try to go on there and make videos myself. But yeah, tell me about the weird person that you found on there.
Dude, yesterday, like I started a TikTok of my own. And I thought it was going to have to be like Totem Pole. I thought that I was going to have to wait 7 days. But like I go live, I press a button, all of a sudden it starts sending these things out to all these people. And all of a sudden I'm on there with some Russian dude that's got fake sunglasses on from a filter and he's got his shirt off. And I'm like, what is going on? I said, Roots, Roots. I'm pointing at him. He goes, yes. And I said, Slav, Slav, Rus, Slav. Slav is the Slavs. I said, Polski, Polski. Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. And I said, you slave. I said, slaves. I said, you made the Slav slaves, the Rus. The Rus were the Russians. And
Oh,
the dude, I said, Americano. It was funny, man. But then some girls from Chile were like, I can speak a little bit of Spanish. But that was weird, man. TikTok is a weird place.
that made me think about the movie The Goonies when he's like chunk,
Yeah.
slop,
Bang, bing,
slop,
bang, me.
chunk.
Yeah. Rugby.
You're coming home with me now. We're gonna take
Yes.
care of you. You're coming home with
What
me.
a what a great movie, dude.
Yeah,
I need
wonderful.
to watch that. A movie I watched last night was Dogma. It's on YouTube.
Dogma.
Yeah, yeah, Kanye just sampled. He just sampled it. Is guys like us just don't fall out of the sky, you know? It's like, and then all of a sudden, Chris Rock falls out of the sky, and he's the
Oh yeah,
13th apostle,
right.
and his name is Rufus. So then he goes, beautiful but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know, because he thinks that like when he says it, like it's gonna happen, you know. So he's like,
That's funny.
Kanye just sampled that, dude. And like when I heard it, I was like, what movie's that from? And I seen it like 25 years ago. But dude, it's got Matt Damon,
Oh, it's
Ben
got a
Affleck, George Carlin,
Silent
Chris
Bob,
Rock,
Jay, Silent
who?
Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob. Like,
It's got everything.
um,
Right.
oh man, that movie is loaded, dude. That movie is loaded. And it's the full thing is on YouTube. The movie is owned by Harvey Weinstein, that's in prison forever. So, MK, we hope you have a great day at school. You're the best. You're the president of Totem Pole Nation. You know, um, we're gonna have to get you some gear. We're gonna have to send you some stuff, some stickers or something. Yeah. So have a good day at school.
But yeah, man, I got some good news, man. Friday, I'm going to the Legends Luncheon, which is sponsored by ESP. And I want to say this for a second, if I can. I kind of want to read their information here. The CAC, the Cauliflower Alley Club, is pro wrestling's only 501k nonprofit organization. And thanks to generous people like you, we're able to assist many people in the wrestling industry who have helped entertain us for so many years. Everyone, our CAC leadership team members donate their time, raise money to help full time wrestlers who are in need. In the past, over 22 years, Our funds have helped many wrestlers, and most of the donations going towards either medical payments or death expenses. CAC has assisted more than 150 members in financial need and well over $250,000. That's pretty good for a club that has $10 dues for the first 30 years and now $25 dues ever since. But yeah, man, just great a great event. This is their mission statement to financially assist the CAC members and non members that made a full living in the wrestling industry for at least 3 years who have fallen under difficult financial times. The executive board may financially assist other people from the wrestling industry that do not meet the 3 year criteria on a case by case request. Here it is, the oath. I will adhere to all CAC bylaws, principles, and promises to do what is in the best interest of the CAC with the integrity of kindness, humility, gratitude to all the members, peers, past associates, and honors conduct themselves in all principles to all. Man, what a great foundation. I know that I know when Kamala, the Ugandan giant, when he wasn't doing well, they made some donations to him, and it's just great, man, to see those guys. You know, it's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable to us, you know,
Chris Mitchell, what's up?
how those guys were such superstars, but yet they had no insurance or anything, and that is such a physical sport. It's a shame. A lot of those guys really had to burn the candle on both ends. You're talking about guys that have to stay in shape to make money. And then, you have to go to sleep sometime, so yeah, it's unfortunate. A lot of those guys just did not have medical insurance. And, it's been hardcore drugs for a lot of them to weather their pain and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's good to be with an association that is doing the right thing for professional wrestling, one of the industries. That's how we met, Coach. That's the first time we met. Is I saw you at a WCW event. You were over there getting, I think you were getting autographs from Sting and Lex Luger.
Wow, dude. How do you remember that? I remember I had Sting and Lex Luger's autograph, but how do you remember that, dude? That is amazing.
Well, I think when you've gone through a lot of difficult things, you want to put up the things that were good, and you want to focus on those things. You know what I mean? The
But
things.
did you already know who I was? Did you know me and my brother? You must have just known us from sports.
I'm not sure, man. Maybe it was from little league football, going to watch y'all's games. I had coaches that would take me, to go see other teams play, and yeah, man, Gates
I
wasn't
used
far.
to get Aaron's brother every weekend, dude. I used to maul him, dude. I used to power bomb him, pile drive him, suplex him,
Yeah,
put
man.
him in the backbreaker. The backbreaker. Someone needs to bring the backbreaker back.
Dude, I'll never forget. He was on one of my teams, and we're over there practicing, and then, like, I don't know, like, practice is called, and we look over at him. He's got his feet in the water cooler. The water cooler we're drinking water out of. He's got like his leg hanging in there on his ankle or something like that. And it was just like, dude, what are you doing, man? We got to drink that stuff.
Wow, that's crazy. That was probably at Courthouse Field, man.
Right.
Yeah, so are you glad to be back doing Life Lessons podcast in the mornings?
I am, man. I really am. I need it. You know, I just have a lot of stuff going on, and this is
Yeah, I know.
a positive way to get it out. You know, real short. Our mom is kind of fighting for her life. Um, I have a brother that's over in Afghanistan now. Don't know what's going on over there, so it's good to get on
How long have we
here.
been fighting those guys? Like, I don't get it. Like, dude, at one time they were our friends. We
Yeah.
gave them weapons to fight the commies, to fight the Russians. And now we're still over there. So, like, What is so great about Afghanistan? Like, it's probably the worst place in the world. It's cold, it's hot, it's desert, there's no grass. I mean, is it because it separates Russia and the Middle East? Like, what is so great about Afghanistan, dude? Why do we keep fighting wars there?
I think the oil money,
Oh,
man. Oil.
like, I don't know. Is there even oil there? I don't know. But it's like,
Well,
would
see,
you even know Afghanistan existed if we didn't have TV and radio and
well,
like, man, it's crazy,
money.
man.
We spread our money out. There, they don't spread their money out. Like it's just trash or king style. You know what I mean? And you better hope you're on the king style.
Well, I mean, what's really different between here and there, man? I
Yeah,
mean, a
but yeah,
guy working at McDonald's pays 10% tax. And All Star, what's up? All Star, we love you, man. You're the best. In America, you can work at McDonald's and make $10,000 a year and pay 10% tax. But Amazon, that's worth what, 3 trillion? I don't know, 2 trillion, pays 10%. Hey, MKW All Star. Coach Ball, did you know that Streak FN's YouTube channel is blowing up?
I'm not surprised one bit. You know what? The guy is a go getter. He's motivated by success, and all he has to do is follow the footprints that his role models are leaving for him. All he's got to do, keep your eyes open, big man, and follow those footsteps. All right. You've got goats leading you the way. You just got to go the way. Just follow
You
them.
know,
All right.
and that's true. Yeah, that's true to All Star. That's true to MK. Like, dude, we wouldn't even know these kids if they hadn't believed in Totem Pole. Like, are the shorts, are the sports videos a head fake? Are we trying to reach people through sports like coaches? The best coaches you think are teaching you a sport, but really they're teaching you about life. Your best teachers, you think they're teaching you about geometry. No, they're teaching you about life. I saw you were live on a short. Yes, I went live a lot yesterday, MK. Coach Troy Taylor and Coach Bald. Man, you know what you wanted to be when we were little? It's just me and MK. Sophia. Sophia Tume. Uh-oh. Is that your Sophia?
Probably.
Sophia, the GOAT. I know I was in school. It's all good. I don't know why y'all went to school on President's Day. I don't understand that. It's a federal holiday, but hey, you know, it is what it is. What a blessing, man. What a blessing that these young people have been to us, man. You
Man,
know,
I love it because,
it's
it's
the way of the warrior kid, the way of the totem pole kid. Let's go. The way of the totem pole kid.
exactly that might be one of our first movies right there.
The way of the totem pole. You think Jocko would sue us?
Probably. I don't know. I think he's a little too busy for us, to be honest. He's got a lot.
Yeah, poor people don't get sued, dude. It's only the people that's got something.
Yeah.
You got that house. So I mean, somebody probably would sue you. I mean, you got the home right there, that backdrop. That's not a green screen, y'all.
No.
That is the real deal. I I told y'all before, when I visited him 2 years ago, I cried.
This
I
is,
cried.
this is what we keep that pool clean with right here. You don't see this
When I
part.
went
You don't see the part where I'm scraping this thing and I'm grabbing every leaf out by my teeth. Arr. Yeah.
I tell you, man, when I went to your home, I just started crying because I knew where you came from, man, and I knew the pain and struggle that you've been through, and that's just love, man. And
Man, I did. I kind of I vanished for a couple of years. I had a lot of people since I got back on Facebook that hit me up like, dude, we heard you were dead. You know,
hey, yeah, you might have been. I mean, you might have been there,
part
but now
of
you're
me.
back. Look, I'm getting my dimple back. Look at that. That's
Damn,
a good
Tom Brady.
sign. That
Damn,
mean that
Tom
means I'm
Brady.
losing weight. That means I'm losing weight. When I start getting my dimple back, that means I'm losing weight, Coach.
Looks good on you. Looks good.
I also thought it was a green screen. Coach, how can you prove to All-Star that that's not a green screen?
Let's see here.
Were you MK, that's high level. Was he switched? I think. But MK, he may get switched soon. See, they don't switch you when you're poor. They switch you when you're rich and you got a $2 million home. Because then they steal your home. Look at this. That's not a green screen. So yes, he may
I
get
need to clean
switched
that
here
pool.
pretty soon. But all I have to ask him is what was the first wrestling match that we watched at my house? And I know he'll remember that. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a tag team
It was
scaffold match.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
baby. Yeah, we're like brothers from another mother, man. Can you believe somebody said they thought we were twins?
Well, I'll tell you what. That was one of the best things. Is every time I went over your place, um, your mom always had a hot plate of something that would stick to your ribs. And
MK, I agree.
said I wasn't
He
hungry.
may get switched. You're exactly right.
I always said I wasn't hungry, but I finished the plate. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if you're hungry. You're still going to eat.
I
It
always
doesn't matter.
told her,
Like,
always
dude,
told you guys, not hungry, but I finished every plate.
some people don't eat because they're hungry. They eat for tomorrow because they know free food will make you fat, man. That's life lesson. Free food will make you fat.
Right? Yeah, man. That was the thing. I had a roommate that was heavy one time, and during the day, he would just eat like me, eat regular, right? And then one time, I got up like in the middle of the night and I just heard this racket. I mean, I thought like a raccoon or something had broken in and,
Yeah.
and walked in, and dude, it was like 2 in the morning. It was just like a sloth. Like, man, it was
Yeah.
it was if you've ever seen a dog that hasn't eaten in a long time, then it's got like unlimited food. Like that's what it looked like. It was just like a Gordon going on. It
Who
was
is that? Is that the
un-
guy? Is that The Rock? Is that Rock?
exactly who it was. That's exactly who it was.
Yeah,
During
that guy, man, he was eating for tomorrow, bro.
yeah,
He was.
the day eating like a regular human being, but then like at midnight or 2 o'clock, just like how you
My
drink
dad,
up.
man,
That's how he was eating food, man. It was crazy. He had I think he had a day
dude.
shovel with pizza going in, and it was like, oh my god, I've never seen a human do that. And that's the thing
I
too.
gotta.
I think back in the day, they had this, they had cakes, and then they had like ice cream and stuff like that, and that was all of a sudden it was a good idea. No, dude, big heavy people made that a long time ago, but they didn't want to step up and say, "Hey, man, that was our idea." I'm a fat ass. Yeah, that's my idea. No,
Yeah, cake and ice cream. That's one of my favorites, man.
what a
But I
compliment.
love ice cream. Period. I mean,
What a compliment.
pizza and ice cream is probably two of my favorite things, man.
I think that's, I don't hate on a lot of people. I try not to. But I think now the people that I do are just the people that are just eating all the food I wish I could be eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, All Star, we love you, man. You're the best. All Star. Shout
Thank
out to you,
you.
man. I like Black Star. I like Gangstar.
One of the best yet.
Oh man, dude. Like I heard DJ Premier talk about Guru and like who he was and who his dad and mom were. And like that dude's dad was like a judge. So like his intellect and his knowledge was off the charts, man.
What did good
And
stand for?
Guru stands for Gifted Unlimited Rhymes Universal.
Boom.
What's
Boom.
KRS1 stand for?
Tell me.
Knowledge reigns supreme
That's
ne- over nearly everyone. Man, dude, what if we were to get KRS1 to come on? Wow.
Love that. I would love that.
Wow. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Da-da-ba. The bridge is over. Man, dude, you want to talk about a diss record? Like, the bridge is over. Yeah. What is it? Manhattan keep on making it. Brooklyn keep on taking it. Queens still be faking it. All right, I have to go to school, so have a good day, and I'll see you stream by past 3:45 p.m. Bye. MK, love you. You're the best. Totem pole.
Yeah, man.
Man,
So
we're just sitting here having fun, man. You
who
know,
is
it's too
Maya
easy.
Angelou?
Maya Angelou,
Yeah.
she's the GOAT. She's Oprah's spiritual teacher and guide.
Man,
Dude.
yeah, Oprah's on that conspiracy stuff, coach. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I know all of them are, bruh.
Okay.
I know them all. I know they all are, but I just know who Maya Angelou is. Like Maya Angelou, um,
There's a poem you like about
she, I love her. I love her. Yeah, my favorite poem is hers. But dude, Maya Angelou at the age of, I think it was 7, something happened to her that should never happen to any kid. And this is one thing I'm gonna start fighting for, man. Is that I'm fighting against that human trafficking and the child trafficking, man. Because, dude, I don't know who else is doing it. Like, I'm on that John Brown. Like,
Yeah, that
who
stuff
else
ain't
is doing it? So,
you gotta
something happened to her that should never happen to any kid, and she did the right thing. She told somebody, and when she told her brother, some dudes went and they killed the dude. They beat him to death. And it was her brother, it was her mom's boyfriend, which most of the time in abuse that happens. It's people that you know. And she blamed herself. She thought that because she told someone, her words had caused this dude to die because she had, like, you know, that the victim's like remorse. Like, she felt sorry for her abuser. So during this time, she didn't talk for like 5 years. And during this time period, she read every book in. How you doing, Coach? She read every book in the black school library and every book in the white school library, and she read the Ghost.
wow.
And after that, all kinds of stuff happened to her, man. But like one of the stories is this: she got pregnant when she was like 15 years old or something, and like her mom told her, they were like walking down the street, and she said, "I think you may be one of the best women I've ever met."
Wow.
And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "I think you may be one of the best women I've ever met." She's like, "I'm talking about Mary Bethune Cookman. I'm talking about like Eleanor Roosevelt." She starts naming like all these famous people. And like, I guess that like she wanted to be a singer, but Billie Holiday told her she won't be famous for being a singer. She's famous for being a poet, and you know, she's been through so much pain, and people can they can relate to her struggle, and that's why she's the GOAT, man. Like, people that's been through stuff, that's the heart of your story. They don't make movies and write books about people with easy lives.
Yeah. A lot of addiction counselors are people that were addiction that broke free. You know what I mean? We got one of our best friends, our middle linebacker.
Yeah.
He went to hell and back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. And now he's doing phenomenal and he's changing the game, man. He has brought an intensity, he's brought a passion, and he's helped change people's lives. You know what I mean? And
We
it's
need to bring him on. We
yeah,
need
yeah.
to bring him on.
We talked about it. I hit him up, and he is definitely game. We just gotta dial up and get a good time for him. He's a very very busy guy, but to see where he's gone from and where he's at right now, everybody thinks things are impossible until people get it done. You know what I mean? Nothing is impossible, and he is a blueprint to that because we both visited him in jail, in prison, and to see where he's at now and doing what he's doing, it's amazing, man. It is amazing. You never give up. his story and what finally made him change is life changing. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, man, I definitely want to get him on.
It's
And for every brother that we have like that, we have a brother that is addicted and is doing the wrong thing, and his family loves him and hasn't seen him in a long time and wish they could get him out of where he's at. But you know, brother and sister, you know what I mean? So I'm
hmm
gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on getting the rock on here. The rock. Like, yeah.
your rock. You're
Why
gonna get your rock.
I'm talking Wasaki.
What's up? Okay, the gambling cousins. I like the gaming cousins. I'm sorry, not gambling. The gaming cousins. What's up? Do you like the Bengals? Yes. Yes, I do like the Bengals because my friend, who I just FaceTimed yesterday, he was the offensive line coach for 15 years for the Cincinnati Bengals. He coached Anthony Munoz. He lost 3 Super Bowls with the Bengals.
Dang.
Yeah. He ran into Joe Montana twice. Yeah. And then he ran. Who did Burrow get beat by?
Chiefs.
Oh, he ran into Mahomes.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Jim McNally. So yes, I
Burrow
love Joey Burrow. Huh?
Burrow in the Super Bowl lost to the Rams.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, little music specialty here. The song "Walk Like an Egyptian." That
the
by, that was by the Bengals, not your Cincinnati Bengals, but the band, the Bengals.
Bengals with an A.
That's a throwback, man. That's a throwback.
Yeah. What about the Who Dey? Who Dey? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Does that come from the Bengals, the Saints, or so?
That originally right there. All right, Louisiana. I don't know if it was New Orleans, but it was in Louisiana. But the grappler was wrestling a guy by the name of the Junkyard Dog, and that's what they
Thump.
say. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat think they gonna beat that dog? Who dat? That's where it
Mm-mm.
from. The Saints fans stole it from the dog. The Bengals fans stole it from the Saints. But the grappler was there, and the grappler will tell you the truth. And that's what we're here about on Totem Pole Nation, exposing the truth, like our guy Basil. I can't wait to get my Basil ones. That's who should have created the Donald Trump gold shoes right there. Basil.
Wow, man. You need to hit him up, man. I got his cell number. I'll text you his number.
Yeah, he just
I hope
Lafayette University.
he
What was
went
it?
to Shenandoah. He
Shan-
just got back from Shenandoah.
wow.
He went to Shenandoah University and did a talk for the Black Alumni Association there.
What a story, man.
What a story. Crazy, man. The people that we've been able to meet, and we've been so blessed, man.
Dude, we broke some news. Like who knew that who dat? Who knew that? Nobody did.
No, nobody knew that. I need to make a short of that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put all 3 of them. Boom to boom to boom. But I gotta find footage of Junkyard Dog that's not WWF, dude, because WWE is gonna hit us with a copyright.
Yeah,
Like
man.
they're
I think WWE owns everything. They own Mid South. They own all that. The only thing they do not own, I believe, is Portland
I
wrestling.
can use it. Dude, I'll just have to use a picture then, because they can't get me on copyright if I just use a picture of the
Oh,
Junkyard Dog. All right, brother. Hey, give a shout out to our sponsors, man.
huge shout out to St. Pete Rejuvenate. If you're in the St. Petersburg area, you're suffering from depression, or hey, beach time is already around the corner. You know, you ready to get in bikini season? Hit up, man. We'll help you drop LBs, and yeah, IV hydration therapy if you need that. We are good to go on that as well. Yeah, check us out, St. Pete Rejuvenate here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Coach, tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, sir. We're
All right,
doing it.
ladies and gentlemen, to
We
the
love
next episode.
y'all.
I think you gotta close us out, Coach.
I close it.